All right, today we're going to talk about a country that you probably don't think of when you hear world-class wine. But you know what? You absolutely should. We're diving into Slovenia. It's this incredible place, kind of tucked away between the Alps and the Mediterranean, and its winemaking story is just as rich and complex as its amazing wines. So let's get right into it. So let me just ask you this. What if there was a country with, literally thousands of years of winemaking history, its own unique native grapes, and just stunning vineyards, and it was all just waiting for you to discover it? Well, spoiler alert, that place is real, and that's exactly what we're exploring today. To really get Slovenian wine, you first have to understand the place itself. It's a land of incredible contrasts, and honestly, that's where all the magic happens. Just picture this for a second. You've got this cool, crisp air rolling down from the Julian Alps in the north, and at the same time, these warm, sunny breezes are drifting up from the Adriatic Sea in the south. They meet right in the middle, in this tiny country. And that constant clash, that interplay, it creates this huge range of microclimates. It makes Slovenia a perfect, if compact, little playground for growing all kinds of grapes. And this diversity neatly splits the country into three really distinct wine regions. Up in the northeast, you have Podravje. It's got that continental climate, hot summers, cold winters, and it's known for these beautifully elegant, aromatic whites. Then, down in the southeast, there's Posavje, which is famous for its lighter reds and this totally unique rosé called Sviček. And finally, along the coast, you've got Primorska. It's just basking in that Mediterranean warmth, producing these big, bold reds and really complex whites. It's like three different wine countries packed into one.
Now, this whole wine thing, it isn't some new trend. The story of Slovenian wine is really a story of survival, of deep-rooted tradition, and a pretty amazing modern comeback.
Okay, get ready for this. Winemaking in Slovenia goes back at least 2,400 years. That's before the Romans showed up. It was actually Celtic tribes who first started planting vines here. So wine isn't just part of the culture, it's been embedded in the DNA of this land from the very, very beginning. And you can really see the resilience through its history. So after the Celts, it was the monasteries that became the keepers of all that winemaking know-how. Later on, the Austro-Hungarian Empire brought in some new grape varieties. But the real game changer, that was 1991. When Slovenia gained its independence, winemakers were finally free from those big, state-run cooperatives. And that just sparked this incredible renaissance, a chance to rediscover their own native grapes and focus like crazy on quality over quantity. Which brings us to the real heart of the matter, the thing that makes Slovenian wine so special, the incredible indigenous grapes that you've probably never heard of, but you definitely should have. Yeah, sure, you'll find Chardonnay and Merlot planted here, and they're great. But the real soul of Slovenian wine, that's found in the grapes that have been growing right here for centuries. They are perfectly tuned to the local soil, the local climate, and they offer flavors you just can't find anywhere else in the world. First up, we have to talk about the queen, Rebula. It's this gorgeous white grape that really shines in a region called Goriška Brda. Now, beyond the citrus and green apple notes, the thing that's really amazing about it is its minerality. It literally tastes of the stony soil it grows in. That gives it this incredible freshness that lets it age for years, developing these complex honey and nutty flavors over time. Just fantastic. All right, next up is Zametna Črnina, which has this beautiful translation, black velvet. And that name is just perfect. This isn't some big, heavy red wine. Instead, it's light, it's smooth, it has these really soft tannins and bright aromas of fresh strawberries and cherries. It's so friendly and approachable. And then, for something a bit bolder, we head to the coast for Rifashk. Now this is a powerful, deeply colored red. Think blackberries and dark cherries, but with this fascinating, wild, earthy, spicy character to it. It's a wine with real personality, and it just perfectly captures that warm Mediterranean vibe. So I know these names are new, but how can we kind of translate them into flavors you already know? Well, it's actually pretty simple. If you're someone who loves a crisp, mineral-driven Sauvignon Blanc, or maybe a really structured, unoaked Chardonnay, you are probably going to love Rebula. And if you're a fan of those rustic, earthy Northern Italian reds, or even a young cab, Rifashk is going to be right up your alley. Of course, the absolute best way to understand these wines is to actually experience them. And let me tell you, Slovenia makes that an incredible journey.
The whole country is basically built for wine tourism. You can travel along these official wine routes that winds through each region. You can visit during these amazing, lively harvest festivals, explore historic underground cellars they call kleti, and maybe most importantly, pair all these incredible wines with a fantastic local food.
And that really brings us to the final and maybe most crucial point. This quote just sums it up perfectly. Here, wine isn't just something you grow and sell. No, it's woven into the fabric of everyday life. It's about community, it's about history, and it's about this really deep connection to the land.
So the secret's out. Slovenia isn't just some country on a map. It's a whole world of discovery waiting in a wine glass. It's been shaped by geography, by history, and by these incredible native grapes. So the only real question left is, what are you going to discover when you finally give it a try?